What's up, y'all? It's Lil Raj here, back with another video. Today we'll be doing an unboxing. Here we have a special aircraft. As you can see, I feel like as if you follow my Instagram page, you've seen we had a special visitor at DFW Airport. A special aircraft arrived, interrupting that traffic airflow, just like aircraft traffic as well as vehicle or car traffic with the arrival of the U.S. president. But that being said, if you've seen on my Instagram or YouTube shorts as well, I got some videos and pictures of him landing at DFW as well as him leaving from DFW as well. But going back to the model here, I know it's a different aircraft compared to my pictures. So here it's the 28,000, and then the one he was using when he flew into DFW is the 29,000. But regardless of that, they're both the VC-25. So like the Boeing 747-200. But with that being said, guys, we'll go ahead and get into the model unboxing. So without further ado, let's go off the checklist. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. And without further ado, let's prepare for takeoff. So go ahead and start the box. I'll go ahead and readjust the camera here so you can get a better view. We'll start with the front of the box here. So it does have a flap where you can get a preview of the model here, so you can see the aircraft there. There's also information with the inside the flap, which I'll go over in a little bit here. But here you can see this is GeminiJets 25th anniversary, 1998 to 2023, and then the usual other GeminiJets badging and box design. So you got the dark blue background made for collectors by collectors, the print of the aircraft model, and here it's slightly different. So here it just basically says the United States of America, since this is the VC-25, or sometimes called AirForce One whenever the president is on board. Moving along, we have here 1:400 scale die-cast model aircraft. We have the look inside, so like I mentioned, we have here we can see the aircraft. We have a flap here. I'll go ahead and read off the flap here, or describe it. So here this one actually does, I believe, give history of like the president's aircraft more than just the standard or like Boeing 747 information. So I'll read it for you guys to see, or I'll refocus here maybe if my tripod will allow for it here. But yeah, so basically by 1985 the pair of Boeing 707 based VC-137s used as the presidential aircraft have been in service for 23 and 13 years respectively, and the U.S. Air Force began searching for an eventual replacement. The request for proposal issued stated that the aircraft to be selected should have at least 3 engines and an unfueled range of at least 6,000 miles, or 9,700 kilometers. Both Boeing with its 747 and McDonnell Douglas with the DC-10 were in competition to be selected, with the Boeing entry eventually selected. The fabrication of the current 747s began during the presidency of Ronald Reagan from 1981 to 1989. Reagan ordered 2 identical Boeing 747-200Bs to replace the Boeing 707s that he used for transport. These aircraft would be identified as VC-25s. The VC-25 is designed of the United States Air Force passenger transportation aircraft, a military version of the Boeing 747 airliner. The VC-25 is unique in that it utilizes the basic airframe of the 747-200, but incorporates many of the features of the 747-400. The VC-25 is most famous for its role as Air Force One, the call sign of any U.S. Air Force aircraft carrying the President of the United States. The 2 aircraft currently in the U.S. service are highly modified versions of the 747-200B, with tail numbers 28,000 and 29,000. Although the Air Force One designation technically applies to the aircraft only, while the president is aboard, the term is commonly applied to the VC-25s more generally. They often operate in conjunction with Marine One helicopters that ferry the president to airports in circumstances where a vehicle motorcade would be inappropriate. So moving on, we can see here we have the layout of the aircraft here from the side view as well as the top view. We have here the livery is the U.S. Air Force. The aircraft type is the Boeing VC-25A. The serial number is 23824. The line number is 679. Registration for this model here is the 82-8000. Engines are 4 General Electric CF6-80C2B1 engines, and then the first flight was the 16th of May in 1987, and its delivery date was the 23rd of August 1990. So the max takeoff weight is 833,000 pounds. Its cruising speed is 580 miles per hour, and its range is about 7,800 miles. So, going back to the box, we can look at the back of the box. It's just your typical GeminiJets promotional stuff and choking hazard as well. This is the 2020 or 2023 version, so you can see GeminiJets, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. And yeah, looking at the top of the box here, it's just your warning, hazard, and then the item number and barcode there. To the left, you have your normal GeminiJets logo here, and then the aircraft there. The bottom has more promotional items here, and the right side is pretty much the same as the left. So we'll go ahead and unbox the model now. Take her out of the box. Set her down smoothly, just like the pilots did whenever Air Force One landed at DFW. It was probably one of the most smooth, buttery landings I've ever seen. Slickest landings ever. So we'll go ahead and start at the front side of the aircraft here. So we got good detail here. Let's see if I can zoom in without it having too many issues with that focus. I think it's decent for now. So you can kind of see like a little hump there at the nose. And then we got our cockpit windows here. Good details. You can see also the additional lights and additional antennas to help the operations of the president and his roles. You got your nose gear there. You can see different doors and entryways, so the one at the bottom there, as well as the one here in front of the cabin windows. You got the US seal, presidential seal. I believe it's the presidential seal. Let's double check here. It's a little bit difficult to see. And the camera doesn't want to focus too much, but here you can kind of see the seal there. So yeah, that is the presidential seal. Looking back at the box, I wasn't sure if it was like an Air Force seal or the presidential seal, but that is the presidential seal. But moving along, you can see, going with the cockpit windows, very good to detail. You got the kind of like the light blue coloring paint scheme, and then the chrome portion as well, as it goes right before the wing. Then looking at the wing, you got the color with the engines, and then you can see there's fairly good detail on the wings, so like there's not a lot of like paint differences, but you can see all the indentations of like the speed brakes and flaps as well there. So on the camera it looks really good, and it's pretty easy to see on with the human eye as well. You also got your US Air Force stripe there, and then we can move along towards the back of the aircraft. You can see more of that chrome underbody, and then that small gold stripe right below the blue stripe as well. So then moving to the back here, you got your Air Force stripe or wings there, and then you got the tail here where we have the United States flag on the tail. And then you can see here it's the 28,000 tail number. So the one I got to see at DFW whenever I landed in DFW was the 29,000. So I know the models are slightly different from my son person, but still it's Air Force One, so it was a great opportunity at Founders. There were so many people there, and like a lot more cops than usual, but I guess that's normal with the security for Air Force One. But anyways, moving along back to the model, looking from the back, we can see here there's pretty good detail here. It's a little bit difficult to see, but you can see the horizontal stabilizers, the different parts here that are indented, but there's no paint scheme really, or like anything extra painted on to mark the different areas of the horizontal stabilizers. You can see also like with the wings and the horizontal stabilizers for this Air Force One, they're slightly different from your normal 747, as like there's additional stuff on the back here where it points out forward, and then on the wings where it points back. Moving to the right side, there's still pretty good detail as well. You can see here we got different instruments here as well. We got the US Air Force thing. You can see all the antennas on the top. Also, if we look on the wings, so you have the US Air Force initials there, and the other one on the other side on the left wing is the logo. You got your additional details here, so I'll bring the model close. You can see the doors at the bottom as well, and then I'll show you guys how it looks from the front and the top of the aircraft. So looking from the top of the aircraft here, if I can get the camera to align, or the model to look more aligned with the camera. And so pretty good detail here. I'll zoom in again here. You can kind of see like all the different details, additional details that the Air Force One VC-25 has compared to your normal Boeing 747. More lights. You can see the hatches as well. The antennas going across the top, and then the tail. So flipping the aircraft over, you can kind of see here pretty good detail. You can see all the different instruments. You can see the underbody, like the chrome part and the light blue part, and then just the gray part as well. It's kind of interesting to see the different colors on the wings. There's some of these like green parts here, so I don't know if that's actually a real part of the aircraft in real life, but other than that, I think this is pretty good. Additional details, you can see like the GeminiJets logo here. You can see the hole for a stand there, and these do rotate, so yeah, pretty cool. And then like I mentioned, you have the logo here, US Air Force, and then the initials on that side of the wing. One thing though that did come to mind, there aren't any antennas sticking out at the bottom of the aircraft. It's all just painted on and then you have the landing gear, so like the main landing gear and the nose gear. So with that being said, I'll let you guys see the aircraft from all the angles now. So we'll start with the left side. And then here we have it from the back. And then here we have it from the right side. And then we have it from the front. So with that being said, guys, that about concludes the video today. I was super excited I was able to get pictures of this. I think I took like 400 pictures, and if you look at DFW's or the DFW Airport's page where they post of it coming into land, I'm standing right next to the marketing person for DFW and their marketing team, so that's my camera going crazy. In the background you can see here someone's shutter going off, that's mine. So just a funny thing that made me laugh whenever I saw them post the video. But with that being said, guys, comment what you think. I know this kind of can get political, so just be polite in the comments if you're gonna comment anything. Focus more on the aircraft than the person that the aircraft is carrying. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.